Good morning, yogis. Happy to be here with you again. It's my morning here. It's not that hot yet. So I just feel like doing a little mood lifting, a little feeling good flow just to start the day off. I don't know what time you are at, but any time of the day would be good to just have a little bit of sweet move of our body and just to feel good into ourselves. My dog is over there, like out of the camera, but I think at any time they probably will join us. Make it a doga. Alright, so I am going to start before the sun rises above my head. We'll be starting seated. So we'll be seated at the center of our mat. Take a couple of calm breaths in and out. With the breath in, gently lift your arms up and gaze up. Gaze follow the hands. Exhale, bring the hands together and bring it back to heart center. We'll do 2 more times like this. Inhale, lift, lift, lift. Lengthen the spine. Feel the length of your side ribs. And bring the hands together back to heart center. 1 more time. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, so now we'll come into a happy circle. What is the happy circle? It's a little bit like sitting cat and cow. So when you are doing an inhale, just cactus your arms and bring the chest towards the sky in front of you. And interlace the hands and place the palm away. Exhale, round your back. And then inhale, lift the arms above your head. Lengthen the spine. Exhale, bring hands behind our lower back. Interlace and push it down. Lift your chest up and bring the head back. Open the neck. Open the throat to the sky. That's 1 circle. That's called a happy circle. So we'll do 2 more times as usual. Inhale, cactus arm. Bring the chest out. And exhale, interlace the hands. Push it away, round the back. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, bring it behind the lower back and push it down. Widen the collarbone. 1 more time. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, bring it back. Pull it down. And relax. Come back to center. Wiggle your spine. A few rounds towards the left. Loosen up any tight muscles in the body. A few rounds to the right. So good. Now we'll come into a tabletop. So just wiggle the way you want to do. Just be yourself. Circling around with your hips 5 times to the right, 5 times to the left. You can do it a big one by coming into a child pose or a gentle one. Just stay in cat and cow. Just wiggle around. When you are done, come back to center and we'll just lift the right knee up, bend the right knee, and bring the right foot towards your head, and in the same time lift your head up. Open your throat, open your collarbones, and exhale, round in. Bring the knee into the chest, round up like a cat. 3 more times. Inhale. As much as you can, bring the right foot into the head, and exhale, round back, round in. Inhale. Exhale, push the ground away. Last time. And then this time, bring the right foot in between the hands, underneath your gaze. That's Pablito, by the way. And lift yourself up. Low lunge. Dip the hips down. Lengthen the tailbone into the ground. Lift the arms up. Right hand, hold the left wrist and pull the hands toward the right side. Feel the side stretch on the left side. And in the meantime, still keep your chest open. Bring your left shoulder back. Come back to center. Inhale. Exhale, bring the hands down to the ground. We'll come into a half split. Push the hips back. Lengthen the right hamstring, pointing the toes towards your face. And inhale, come into a low lunge. Open the chest. Exhale, push the hips back. Half split. We'll just come in between these two a few rounds, just to loosen up your legs, loosen up your hips. Once you are ready, just gently bring the right leg back, and we'll come back into a tabletop. A few rounds of swiggle. Left knee lift up, hands firmly into the mat. Bring the left foot towards the head direction, and exhale, round in, knees towards the chest. Inhale, open up. Lift your left knee as high as you can. Just imagine this Q, and bring the left knee into the chest when you exhale. 2 more times. Last time, bring the left knee in between the hands. We'll come into a low lunge. It's really hot summer Mallorca. And hold the right wrist and push towards the left side. Side stretch on the right side. Open your right shoulder, armpit towards the back of the mat so that your chest is also open. And come back to center. Bring the hands down to the mat. Half split. Low lunge. Chest open. And bring the hips back. Half split. Come in between these two asanas. My left side of the IT band is very tight these days. So when I do this low lunge on the left side, I feel a little bit uncomfortable on my lower back. So just be sure that you don't compromise any pain when you do any of the poses. Just adjust how you feel. Adjust according to how you feel. And gently bring the left foot back into a tabletop. We'll come into a knees chest chain. And inhale, cobra, low cobra or high cobra at your own choice. My lower back is a little tight these days. And bring the hips back. Tap the toes, lift the hips up. Downward facing dog. Walk up the dog a little bit. And slowly walk up towards the front of our mat. Come into a forward fold. Keep the knees micro bent, and we'll just round your upper back and roll yourself up into a standing. Feel into your own body. It's a feeling good flow, so you gotta do it very gently to your body. Make sure every poses, you're into every poses, and you just suck in all the benefits from those poses. I think they just found a bee or something. Getting excited. Okay, all right. Inhale, we'll come into a chair pose. Bring the hips back, knees bent, arms lift next to your ears, shoulders back, and shoulder blades pinching each other, ears away from the shoulders. And from here, bring your weight onto your right leg and bring the left leg all the way back, 45 degrees open to the side, warrior one. Keep your hips square facing front of our mat. One big inhale, exhale, and the inhale will come into a warrior two. Bend deeper into your right leg. Flip the front hand, come into a reverse warrior two. And right elbow on top of the right knee, side stretch. Pointing your left fingers all the way towards the front of the mat, and bring one long line of energy between your left fingertips and your left foot. Reverse your warrior again. Inhale. Exhale, will come into a warrior three. Just slowly transition into this pose. Lift your left leg up. Hands together at heart center, or bring it back like an airplane. One long line of energy between the crown of your head and your left foot. And gently bring the hands down. Gaze down will come into a standing split. I at least try to lift your left leg as high as you can. Inhale. Exhale, Shiva squat. Bring the left knee into the right knee and bend both knees. Round up. Inhale, extend. Exhale, round up. Inhale, extend and kick behind. Exhale. Bring the left foot outside of your mat, outside of your right knee, and we'll just push through your hips and lift your arms, push your arms back. And like there is a counter action between the crown of your head and your hips and your arms. So we'll come into a curtsy pose. And from here, scoop your hands all the way and lift your upper body. Come into a side stretch. Right hand hold the left wrist. Stretch, stretch, stretch. On the left side. Very juicy. getting hot now. And we'll come back to center. Now we'll bring it to the left side. Deep breath in and out. Arms lift, chair pose. Bring the right leg back, warrior one. Square the hips. Inhale and exhale, warrior two. Leaving. Flip the left hand, bring it all the way back, warrior, reverse, warrior two. I think my little girl is trying to catch a bee behind the camera. And left elbow on top of your left knee, side stretch. Open the chest towards the sky. Long line of energy. And reverse your warrior two again. And transition into a warrior three pose. You can do it very gracefully and slowly. We'll just come into a warrior three. Micro bend your left knee and push the right foot all the way behind you. And from here, gently place your hands on the ground. Lift your right leg all the way up towards the sky and bring it in. Exhale, inhale, lift up. Exhale, bring it in. Strong inhale here and strong exhale. And bring the right foot all the way outside of your mat on the left side of the mat. Courtesy pose. Push the arms behind you and push the crown of your head. Scoop your arms down. Lift yourself up. Left hand hold the right wrist. Side stretch on the right. And come back to center. Mountain pose. Stay in this mountain pose. Shift your weight side to side. Feel into yourself. Take a big inhale. Arms lifted. And dive all the way down into a forward fold. Stay in this forward fold. Shift your hips side to side. Micro bend the knees. And halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale, bring the left foot all the way back. Knee down. Low lunge again. Arms lifted. Dip your hips down and feel the stretch on your hips, on your glutes. And inhale. Exhale, bring both hands all the way on the inside of your right foot. And kind of like pivot your left knee. Bring your left foot all the way to the side. And we'll just push the hips side to side, back and forth. Just do it your own way. Being a little bit creative and fluid with your hips. So it's kind of like a variated and with your legs like a gate pose position, in your arms like downward facing dog. It's a great way to open up the hips, like upper body cat and cow. And then we'll just shift ourselves to face the front of the mat again. And dip your hips even lower. And we'll come into kind of like a lizard pose. really juicy, really good. If you can, just like open yourself to the right, push the knee out, without bend the left knee, and try to grab your left foot with your right hand. And open, externally rotate your right shoulder to kind of bring your hand closer to your foot. Quad stretch, hip extension, hip stretch. And when you are ready, we'll come back to center and just heel toe your right foot to the left side of your mat. We'll come into a pigeon pose, half pigeon pose. Adjust your left leg all the way behind you. Make sure you square off your hips and lift yourself up, up, up. And bring yourself down. We'll come into a very deep hip stretch pose. Release any stress or tension stored in this area. Just feel the release of your tensions, of your body and your emotions. Gently lift yourself up. Annie, Naki. She doesn't want to come over here. Okay, lift yourself up and there she is. Hello, baby. And tuck your left toe and bring your right foot all the way back. We'll come into a downward facing dog. Walk your dog a little bit. Pablito. Pablito. Just relax while my dog's seeing his son. And bring the left foot in between the arms and right knee down. Lift yourself up. Low lunge. Lengthen your tailbone down towards the ground. Lift your arms. Pablito. And inhale. Exhale, bring the hands inside of your left knee, left foot. Pivot your right knee and bring the right foot behind you. So we'll just do a little bit of creative fluid flow with your spine, with your hips opening. So good. My God. Okay. We'll come to face the front of our mat and we'll just come into a lizard pose. Bring the left foot to the side of the mat and open yourself towards the side. Push the left knee away. Yeah. Bend the right knee or externally rotate the left arm and try to grab the right foot. Open, open, open. Come back to center and heel toe your left foot all the way to the right side. Sit down. Adjust with your right leg just to square off your hips. So you just come on top of your hips. You can tuck your toe to adjust yourself a little bit more and then relax your right foot behind you and we just come down. Feel into this stretch. Gently lift yourself up. We'll just come to sit on the glutes and open to the side. We'll come into a seated straddle pose. Just shift yourself a little bit and open the legs to the right side of the mat. I am facing camera. And just keep the toes pointing towards the sky. Open the legs, externally rotate your knee and your leg. And then we just sit ourselves up and tall. Make sure the glutes are grounded, the sit bones are grounded into the mat. And then if you want, you can walk your hands in front of you, little by little, and come into a, until you can place yourself on the ground or rest into your hands. Close your eyes, just feel the opening of your hips here. We release, by doing this kind of stretches, we release a lot of stress, emotional tensions stored in our body in this area. Therefore, your mood should be lifted. You feel happy, happier. If you have also dogs in front of you doing this flow with you, then you will be happier, even happier. Okay, lift yourself up. Bring your knees in, use your hands. We'll just sit towards one side of your mat. Make sure that you can lay down properly. And then we'll just come into a boat pose. Lift your feet off the ground and keep them parallel onto the mat. Hands next to the legs and suck the belly in. Open the chest, shoulders back. 3 rounds of breath. At your last exhale, bring the knee into the chest and we'll gently round ourselves down, coming to lay down on our back. Bring the knees into the chest and just massage your lower back onto the mat, side to side. Cactus your arm or T-shape your arm and bring the legs together, the knees together, and bring them all the way down towards the left. We'll come into a side stretch. And keep your right shoulder blades and your right arms on the ground while you turning your legs into the left. Hand can assist your leg. Your left hand can be on top of your right knee to press it down, assist in this stretch. A few rounds of deep breaths in and out. Every time you breathe out, a little bit deeper stretch. Come into center, lift your knees and adjust your hips, just bring them to center. Cactus your arms again and bring them all the way to the right. Gaze towards the left or towards the sky. Right hand can be pressing on top of your left knee to assist in this stretch. Sometimes I can even hear my bone cracks when I do this side stretch, like twist. Come back to center And just open the knees towards the side and bring the soles of the feet together. We'll come into a reclined Baddha-Konasana, butterfly. Put the knees out. Bring the hands next to your legs or on top of your heart, on top of your knee, wherever you feel comfortable. Just keep the knees open and feel you are like sucking in all the positive energies into your hips and positive thoughts, positive emotions. Let the negative ones go and suck in the positive ones. That's what you need to stay happy. Oh, she finally decided to be in the camera at the end of our flow, just to make Mama happy. Extend your legs out and palms up next to your body. We'll come into a final pose, the final beneficial pose, Shavasana. We'll stay here for a minute or two. I cannot stay too long here because the sun is kind of actually burning now. But feel free to stay as long as you want. Pause the video and stay as long as you want. You can even fall asleep if it's your afternoon or evening. So feel free just to fall asleep here. But I have my day ahead of me. So I will just get up slowly after a minute or two. Right now, let's just relax, melt our body into the ground, into the mat, sucking, soaking all the beneficial energies that our body needs for the rest of the day. Vida always likes to disturb a little bit when I'm in my Shavasana. Yeah, that's his job. Take deeper in your breath and very gently. I am actually not really falling asleep. For those of you who are falling asleep, you can just move your fingers and your toes and shake your head right to left, yes and no. Move your neck gently. Blink your eyes open. We'll just come to on our side, right side, bend the knee, and push yourself to come into a seated Pablito. Pablito, why are you so barky? Come onto seated again. Pablito, ven aquí, ven aquí. Come, finish the flow with Mama, okay? Relax, relax. Hello, this is Pablito. Me llamo Pablito. Hello, I'm a Baki. Okay, so we just finished the flow. Smiling. Pablito, Pablito. It's a neighbor. Come on. It's a neighbor. Come on. We just finished the flow. Having a big breath in. And bring the hands together at the heart center. Thank you. Namaste. Thank you for having this yoga with me. Happy yoga flow. I call it yoga flow. Yes, with the doggy tongue to tongue in my flow. Getting the chills. Thank you so much for being here with me again. And I'll see you in the next flow. Bye bye. Adios. Have a good day.